You mentioned Lou Williams earlier, and you were saying that your sources said that there were several extensions on the table. And guess what? Your boy Lou Williams recently signed an extension, a 3-year deal, reportedly worth only $24 million. Lou Williams, 31 years old. The third year, however, is only guaranteed for $1.5 million. So potentially the Clippers can get out of it if they're in the rebuilding phase or trying to get other free agents. Why are you checking?
What the hell are you going to get out of $1.5 million for? That's a great.
No, that's the only part that's guaranteed.
The last year?
Only $1.5 million is guaranteed. Yeah.
Is it front loaded?
That's why they call me GM Pierce. I be knowing this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I be knowing this stuff. So only $1.5 million is guaranteed in year 3, so they can get out of that deal. What are we thinking of Lou Williams' extension with the Los Angeles Clippers? Did he lowball himself?
He took what was on the table. I mean, he's in a tough situation anyway because he's been playing that 6-man role his whole career.
Yeah.
And then this is the first year he got to actually start and shine. So we don't know if he's going to go back to the bench. I'm sure he doesn't know if he's going to go back to the bench at some point in following next year. So it was one of those things is either you gamble and say, fuck the extension, I'm going to wait till the offseason, see what I can get, or you just lock down the money now.
He mentioned that he's looking for more stability, and his kids didn't know who to root for at this point because over the past couple seasons he played with the Lakers, Rockets. In his 13 years, he's averaged 13.5 points, but this season he's having career highs in both assists and points, 23.3 and 5.3 assists. Kenyon, do you think that Lou Williams shortchanged himself with the deal? Because you were talking prior that he should have just bet on himself.
I think you always believe in your ability.
Yeah.
You know, if there's an offer on the table and you feel you can get more, you know, you're playing, you're having a career year.
Yeah.
You know, you're in February.
Exactly.
You know, your chances of making the playoffs, you can, but so your season might be over soon.
Right.
So your numbers are going to be good. Your off season is going to start before everybody.
Yeah.
So it's a great possibility. Yeah. I mean, it's a great possibility. So why not just? My thing is, why not just wait it out? You know what I'm saying, I understand the stability part.
But do you think
I'm saying he's never had that kind of offer for him before. I get all that. You know what I'm saying, but
in this situation, because he's the backup player.
I'm with you.
Does he have the leverage? I think you have the leverage. I had the leverage.
I think he does have the leverage.
Him is like, all right,
he got a 6-man a year award already. Might get another. Depends how many. I don't know what the criteria is.
What's inside the bench him? You know they pull that shit.
His number's still the same.
Well, you know they pull that shit on the nigga in a minute.
I'm with you, and his number's still the same.
Yeah.
He's still averaging 23.
But you know, but if he turns down the money right now, you know how the league do. He turns down that money, like, nah, I'm going.
Might not get it back. Listen,
then they start playing.
So it's 6.5. Does damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I get it.
But he's averaging career highs in points, assists, 3-point shooting, and free throw percentage. And again, if he wraps up another 6-man of the year award, you wonder could that have got him a little bit more money at the end of the season.
But then people also would look at it too is you putting up them numbers on a
bad team.
On a bad team.
But a bad team that's still fighting for playoff contention.
I get you, but it's still a bad team.
I just look at the Nolan. There was a Noel.
Who?
The Nolan guy from Dallas.
He went to Dallas.
Yeah. What if he
Nerlens Noel?
He turns down that deal. He turns down this Clipper deal. In the second half of the season, when they feel they're not winning, they put him in 3-4 minutes, take him out. Put him in 3-4 minutes, take him out. Fuck his whole numbers up and say, oh, you ain't worth it no more.
Yeah.
Now he's sitting there with his dick in his hand.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's definitely like I said, it's damn if you do, damn if you don't in this situation.
We've seen it a couple times. Even Shabazz Muhammad with the Minnesota Timberwolves was offered, I believe, $40 million over the offseason, decided to bet on himself. Now he's asking to be released or traded. So sometimes they backfire. Do you think that Lou
I think he just wanted to stay here. You know, some people, he likes L.A.
Yeah.
I'm with him.
Do you think he'll be a future asset to be traded because his contract is relatively cheap?
I think
You're
so.
saying that's just the league?
Because, he has a skill set. His skill set coming off the bench, instant points. Yeah. You know, a championship team will try to use him at some point.
Yeah, he has another, just look at Jamal Crawford. Jamal Crawford, what, 38, 39? Still.
Yeah, still
doing what he's been doing since 2000, since we came in together. I'm saying we was in the 2000 draft together. He's been a walking bucket since then.
Yeah.
Lou Williams been a walking bucket since he came in the league. You know what I'm saying?
So, what do you make of him playing with so many teams so far? Sixers, Hawks, Raptors, Lakers, Rockets, and now Clippers.
Go look at Jamal Crawford.
You got to remember, he's a hired gun.
Definitely.
In a sense where he's going to always make a team because someone wants that sixth man to come in and give me instant buckets. Yeah. So technically, he's a starter for most of these teams, but they like his skill set coming off the bench to give them just quick buckets and let him play in his role. You don't have to worry about the offense. Just do you.
That makes sense. That's why I think the Cleveland Cavaliers made a mistake with JR. I'm saying with JR. Yeah. Like, that's what JR does. Like JR is not, in my opinion, I think he got comfortable in that six-man role. Mm-hmm. So you put him in the starting lineup now, there's a different dynamic. He's not getting the same looks he was getting with the second unit because he's not getting the ball. He's out there decoying and stuff like that. So
now he has to run more offense, and he wasn't used to that.
So therefore, with Lou Will, I think he'll be put in situations moving forward, whether it's this year, next year, wherever it's going to be. You know, every team he's been on thus far, that's that. Listen, hey, we need a bucket. Lou! Summer league. You out there, walking bucket, man. He getting it. Listen, no matter where you give him a ball, Jamal Crawford the same way. You give him a ball, no matter who it is you put in front of him. Lou! Need a bucket.
Summer league basketball right there.
What it is at its finest, man.
When you go to Golden State and drop 50, especially this team that they're playing.
He can be a bad man. And also with the extension, again, we talked about stability. He can't be traded for 6 months.
Oh, yeah.
So that gives him, so he's not going anywhere.
6 months.
Well, no, it's the stipulation of the contract extension. So for him and the family, it's good to know that he's then definitely going to be in L.A. through the rest of the season.
July, right after the free agency. right after free agency, the 31st.
Like Mirotic couldn't be traded for a minute. Guess what? As soon as he was available, he's going to New Orleans.